Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First Division, the Seniors. Division 2, the Super Seniors. And Division 3, the Super Seniors Plus. Now, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, it's the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First division, the seniors. Division 2, the super seniors. And Division 3, the super seniors plus. Now, live from the New Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, is the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First division, the seniors. Division 2, the super seniors. And Division 3, the super seniors plus. Now, live from the New Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, is the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic. Welcome to the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling and the family of SPI products. 3 scratch divisions, top bowlers in all. First division, the seniors. Division 2, the super seniors. And Division 3, the super seniors plus. Now, live from the New Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, is the 34th Annual International.
All right, good morning, Storm Nation. We got a lot of people watching, and we are ready to kick off the first stepladder final of the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies. My name is Blair Blumenscheid, and I'm joined by Jeannie Franklin.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Jeannie, you were one of the competitors this week. You had a great week.
I did, yeah.
And now we're going to watch, this is the Super Senior Plus division. We've got 4 bowlers. The number 1 seed is Sharon Aronson. We've got number 2 seed Lucy Sandalin. Number 3 seed Shandy Simpson. And 4th seed is Kathy Allen. So those are the bowlers. The first match, of course, will be between Shandy and Kathy. Yes. And we'll break down the divisions. We have the senior division, which will be the last stepladder finals. Those are aged 50 to 58. Super senior division, which is up next, 59 to 64, and super senior division is 65 plus. And I heard there was a coin flip or no, they drew out of the hat.
Yes, there was a random draw. So we have our banquet was Wednesday night, and they had 3 coins in a bag, and they pulled them out to randomly draw what time each division would bowl.
Okay.
And the youngsters got to sleep in.
Gosh, they're so lucky, aren't they?
I said, well, the super seniors get up at 4 a.m. anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. It was funny. I went down to get coffee, and I did see Liz Johnson down at the coffee. I'm like, shouldn't you be sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah. She's like, nah, I'm going to the treadmill. I'm going to walk it out for a little bit. So, all right, let's introduce our first match. We already mentioned it's between Kathy Allen and Shandy Simpson.
We're going to get started with our first match. Kathy Allen.
And Daryl, of course, is introing to the audience in here. What a great week, too, at the Orleans.
Yes. It's been a lot of fun. We had over 100 participants.
Yeah.
And this is the first year that they've divided it into 3 divisions. Like the previous years, it's always been 1 division, and they take the top 18 into match play. But they sent out a survey last year, and the ladies that are 70, understandably so, don't want to compete against the 50-year-olds.
Sure, yeah,
yes.
Of course.
So they did a survey and looked at the stats and came up with this age division, and everybody signed up, and each division was almost the same exact amount of participants.
Yeah. Yeah, and you mentioned there were 105 entries. 7 countries were represented in 22 states. So it's just a great event, and they listened to the feedback. And when we look at the ages of these bowlers competing right now. We have Shandy, who is 66. Doesn't look it at all, right?
No.
Kathy
none
Allen.
of these ladies look their age.
I know. Well, the bowlers were walking in this morning. I'm like, you're in the Super Senior Plus?
Yes. You don't throw it like a super senior.
I mean, it's great. Everyone, they put fitness first, right? A lot
Yes.
of them. They take care of themselves. It's great. And Shandy here, she's from Tacoma, Washington. She is retired. She says that she really didn't learn to roll the ball until she was 50 years old. She shot her first 300 at age 54.
Wow.
She has 5 300s and 2 800 series.
Nice.
She just loves to participate in as many tournaments as she can. She's bowled in the Golden Ladies 8 times. And her high finish, she thinks it was a 4th and a 6th, but she also won the sweeper 2 years ago. And her goal was just to make match play and bowl as many games as possible.
Yeah, and she bowled Senior Queens, and she made the bracket at Senior Queens last week, too.
Man, I love it. These ladies bowl so much, too. You guys, between Senior Queens and this event, how many games have you bowled?
So I was running that through my head last night going, oh my gosh, how many games have I bowled? And I made the bracket at Senior Queens and ended up bowling 3 matches. 15 games qualifying, 3 matches, 15 games over here, 12 games of match play for all of us who made this. And without the start and stop of the practice of each round, it was 51 games. 51 games in about 7 days.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
That is a lot. I haven't done that ever, I don't think. So all right, Kathy here. She is from Los Angeles, California, but now she's living in Las Vegas and has for the last 4 years. She is retired with a capital R. Grandkids are now her living. She started junior leagues at 14, and she's been bowling for 51 and a half years. She bowled 2 300s a month apart. That was one of her favorite achievements. And she has a high score of a high series of 784, and she has 3 amateur wins. She couldn't wait to turn 50 to bowl the Golden Ladies.
Yep, I'm right there.
And she missed it during the pandemic and a year after the pandemic, but she's bowled 13 Golden Ladies.
Nice.
And her highest before this was 18th place.
Wow.
So this is exciting for Kathy. She was telling us earlier that her goal going into the event or going into the step ladder is to not pass out. She's just so nervous today going into this. But she's so excited to be here, and she's not really showing her nerves to start.
No. This event is so special. You know, at the banquet, they recognized all of the ladies that has bowled the event 10 years.
Oh, that's great.
There were some that were 11 years, 12 years, and then we had one participant that was in attendance that hit 21 years.
Oh, my goodness.
And so
that's
last year,
amazing.
they said that this year that they're presenting a crystal
Yeah.
for 20 years. So they presented her with the crystal because last year was actually her 20th year.
Oh, that's
So that's,
amazing.
so
Yeah.
that's another goal that we can achieve is to keep coming back and get recognized at the banquet.
Yeah, and the team here, Daryl and Fawn and Amy and all of the crew here, Shar, Hamlin, they all they work so hard
Yes.
to make this event great.
Yeah, it's a year-round endeavor for them.
Yeah. All right, Shandy is shooting her 7-pin here. Let's see if she can. Gotta make your spares to make it this far, so covers it nice. You know, people if you're watching at home, you just see this pair of lanes here. It's so quiet in here.
It is quiet.
And so when they're bowling, they're the only people bowling in the whole building. That could even, if you're a little nervous, that can add to it a little bit.
And we're thankful that Phyllis has come in this morning to keep the manual score for us.
Absolutely. So I see Regina Abood in the chat. Good morning, Regina. We missed you here for sure. I got a lot of people watching. Tish Johnson, I see her in the chat too.
Tish, you should be up here watching.
I know she might be behind us. There's a crowd in here watching these ladies too, getting ready for the next the step ladder.
So Shandy has the only double on the board, so she is up by 9 at this point.
Covers her spare.
So the pattern that we bowled on this week is called Bourbon Street. So you can go online and you can find the printout for that. But there was heavy oil in the middle. I think it only had 25 mils, so kind of a light oil outside. So the lanes were hooking a little bit, so the ladies were able to see the ball move.
That's great. Yeah, they always do a good job of putting on a fair but competitive pattern. You can see there she got it a little right.
Yeah, this particular house, if you got it too far right, it was not going to come back. You kind of had to play the tube, play the track, and you were fine. If you missed a little left, you found the oil to the left. If you bumped it to the right just a little bit, it had some kickback down lane.
All right, we'll see if Kathy can slide this over here. All right, she covered 3. Important to get your count. You never know what'll happen in the match. What balls looked good this week for you?
I threw the Equinox.
Okay.
90% of the time. It was just a nice blended ball. Didn't overreact on the back end. During match play, the last 2 games, it started to go a little long, and I switched over to my Zen 25 that gave me just a little bit more kick on the back end. We'll talk about it when the seniors come up, but quite a few DNA coils were thrown. When I bowled my match against Liz, I was throwing a pin up Zen 25.
Okay.
Liz was throwing a pin down Zen 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kathy, that was a good shot for her. Got it. Got the 10 pin. It almost looked like she did move right a little bit maybe, just to mentally get herself not to throw it to the right. Tony Franklin says hello and asks about the coffee.
Coffee is great this morning.
It is great.
All right, here's my coffee talk.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to Java Joe's,
Great.
whatever's downstairs,
Yes.
and I order a large latte hot with 2 packets of honey and a shake of cinnamon.
Oh.
And the official name of that is called Cafe Meal.
Okay.
M-I-E-L.
That sounds delicious.
So I've hit it every morning. Well, I go down there this morning and I order it and I go to pick it up, and the lady who's making it, I see her squirting honey into a cup. She goes, "This smells so good. I had to make one for myself."
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that sounds delicious. I like their dark roast.
Yes.
I like that they have their dark roast down there.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the Orleans, they're a big sponsor of this tournament. They have been for a long time. We have some past champions that we have our great Shar gave to us. It goes all the way back to 1991. That was when the first event was held. It was at the Showboat then.
I love the Showboat.
Yes, man, we now have a museum at Storm, and we have some Showboat memorabilia,
Oh, fun.
and it's always fun. I never went to the showboat.
You did, yeah,
No, I didn't. So, and I always love hearing the stories though about the showboat, and I wish I had gotten to experience it. Good shot there. Just couldn't get that 7 out.
Yeah, it seems like there's a little bit more. So the way the lanes transition is during practice, there's a lot of hook down the lane.
Yeah.
And then once the game starts, you start to get that push and you start leaving the light shaker sevens. But it'll blend out here in a minute. They can move a board right, or they can ball up like I did,
Yeah.
and it'll kick out that 7.
So I'm just looking back. Of course, last year's champion, Linda Barnes, she unfortunately got sick right before the event started, so she could not defend her title this year. We also had Jill Friss. She won in 2023. Regina Aboud, who we mentioned earlier, she won in 2022. Pam Pankos. There's just been some great champions. Jeannie Nacarado,
Yes.
of course. I remember a few years ago they did a Jeanette Robinson. They did a watch party at her home with the live stream, and I remember that was such a fun memory for us. So shout out to Jeanette Robinson for putting this event together, and shout out to the team at the Orleans here that keeps it going every year. Regina wants to know, do all divisions bolt on the same pair? And if so, will they oil before each division? Yes.
Yes, they will.
So, and it will be the same pair. Previous years, they've used a couple pairs, but we decided this year just to use this 35 and 36. And this is, of course, the first match. This is the Super Seniors Plus. Next, we'll have the Super Seniors, and after that, we'll have the regular senior division, which Liz Johnson will be bowling, and some other great participants. Let's see if we have. So next up, we have Lori Lanfer. I'm sorry, Lanfer. I need to get Lori Lanfer. I'm gonna have to get a official pronunciation of that one. Lord Wittig, Karen Barkal, and Cindy Porter. Those are the next bowlers, and then the third match or third step ladder. Number 1 seed is Liz Johnson. Second is Lori Riesener. Third is Dana Osick. And fourth is Sandy Charles. So lots of great bowling coming up today. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's just getting tight down lane.
All right, Kathy covers that 7 pin, and she is down by 25.
Try to make this scoreboard. We just got a request to make this scoreboard a little bigger, so we're trying to make that a little bigger. All right, tough leave. but not impossible.
She might get
and
it.
She got it.
Nice.
What a pickup by Miss Shandy. All right, it's getting down to the wire. Fortunately, a couple opens are putting Kathy a little bit at the
Yeah, she's gonna need some strikes at this point.
100%.
And we have not had a strike since the second frame from either participant. So at this point, it's Shandy just needs to cover her spares.
Yeah, she's been in the pocket the whole time, which is great.
And the balls are just going long.
I think they both could. I mean, if I were them, I would be taking a little step right, or like you said,
Yes.
balling up.
Yeah.
Just point it more towards the pocket.
Yeah.
They're trying to go around it a little bit, but it's just getting tight, like you said.
Yeah, you don't have the play on this pair that we've had. During qualifying we had 5 on a pair, and it broke the lanes down a whole lot quicker. Whereas here, all of the top 4 did have 5 minutes of practice.
Sure.
But it just hasn't broken down like what they've been used to.
All right, that was a big opening for Kathy here, or for Shandy, but now Kathy can step up and put some pressure on.
Shandy's max score is 209 at this point, and Kathy, she can strike out for 209, but we need some strikes.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, Brooklyn. All right.
Yeah, I think she heard what you said, and she moved right and got her eyes left. But now that she's got that motion, she should be able to make a little bit better shot here on 35.
Yeah, it looks like she got scared and almost didn't follow all the way through on that one. So
my mathing is not right this morning. She can max out at 199.
Oh yeah, well it's every score adds differently.
Yes.
I mean, we say that, but
I'll get my math right here in a minute.
All right.
Yep, she got that one to the right.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just not quite coming back.
I think she scared herself and moved back to where she was standing.
Yep.
Oh, should have stayed, Kathy.
But the play was the shot on 36.
Yeah. But what a great event. I mean, it's not over yet by any means, but Kathy just shout out to her. 65 years old, people, and she is killing it out there on the lanes. She's had a great week.
Yeah, she crossed with Sandy, which we'll see later today.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of fun crossing together, throwing all of the strikes.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
That's great. Yeah.
I think both of them kind of helped push
each
other.
other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And Kathy, of course, is wearing one of those, the National Golden Ladies official jerseys of the event. Shout out to the Iron Bowling team for putting together that. We've got some great sponsors of the Golden Ladies. Storm, of course.
Yes.
We're a proud sponsor.
Thank you, Storm.
Yeah.
And Storm was a big supplier of a lot of the raffle items that were given away at our banquet.
Yes. That was a great shot by Shandy.
Yeah. That pretty much. Yep, Shandy theoretically needs to mark in the 10th.
Yeah.
Kathy can strike out for 179. So Shandy just needs to fill her frame.
And in the next match, we will see Miss Lucy Sandalin. She's down there warming up, getting ready. Yeah, all right. Good shot.
She needs to spare.
Now, Shandy has maintained the pocket pretty much the whole game. She's just been in the pocket, shooting her spares, which that's a great strategy to have. She knows the lanes. She knows they're going to be a little tight. I think Lucy is watching.
Oh,
Oh dear. All right. Well.
all right.
Well.
All right, Kathy. Kathy wanted a
chance.
chance, and now she's got it. Let's see if she can make the adjustments.
It's a lot of pressure going on that 10 pin, people. That lane gets a lot longer when you're looking at it.
It does.
Oh man, I'm nervous.
Let's see if Kathy can do this.
Looks like she did stay to the right.
Got it going.
Wow.
No, just didn't quite see the line.
But great, like we said, great event for Kathy. I'm sure we'll see her back in the step ladders in the future. Especially now, there's a great opportunity here. If you haven't bowled the Golden Ladies before, they've listened to feedback, and there's 3 different divisions. So if you are 65 plus, you're in the Super Senior Plus division. And as Lucy told me this morning when I saw her, she said, it's great. I don't have to bowl against the kids anymore.
Even though they are all very still competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I think we're going to take a short break while we get all set up. And I think Lucy will take a couple shots. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in like 2 minutes or less. All right, as promised, we are back. I just really want to give another shout out to Char Hamill, Daryl, Fawn. You see him down in the area right now. Daryl is like the face of the Orleans.
Yes.
He's running around. This morning he was lifting bleachers. I mean, he does everything. Then, of course, Fawn is such a part of this tournament. She's working all year round on making it better for next year. They'll start again as soon as this one is complete. They have a great Facebook group if you
Yes,
are
they do.
In this age group or just preparing to be in the age group, right?
Yep.
If you're getting close to 50.
Well, a lot of husbands are in the Facebook group so that they can keep up standings and information along the way. Sandy shot 300s.
Yes.
So I actually was on the lane next to her, so I was able to video her, and I posted it in there. And, everybody gets to see that.
Yeah.
Friends, family. So it's not, that Facebook group isn't just for participants. It's for everybody.
I'm in there. I'm watching what you ladies are doing all weekend long. And then, of course, you mentioned the 300. Lucy Sandalin, she bowled a 300 yesterday during the match play. And you'll see her after Shandy shoots this spare. She's from Tampa, Florida. She currently is a bowling coach and instructor. She owns her own company called World Cup Bowling Academy. She named it after winning the Bowling World Cup in 1976 in Iran at age 19.
Nice.
Yeah. So she started bowling at age 6. Both her parents were bowlers, so she practically grew up in a bowling center. She is a 10-time member of Team USA, won the National Amateur Championships in 1996, 4-time member of Senior Team USA, bowled a 300 game in 2018 at the PABCON Senior Championships in Calgary, and she is, of course, a USBC Hall of Fame member. This is her 11th Golden Ladies. She thinks her highest is second, maybe 2016 or 17, and she's never won the Golden Ladies, and this title is on her bucket list.
Nice.
So even though the divisions have been divided, she still would be very proud and honored to win this event.
Definitely.
Of course.
You're winning a title against your peers.
Yeah. And I told Lucy, I can't believe she posted her age yesterday when she shot her 300. She's 68 years old, and she just does not look like she's 68 years old.
I crossed with her the last game of qualifying, our last 15 games of qualifying, and we were on the end pair, and I'm like, she's throwing it harder than I am.
Yeah, she's still got
She's
it.
still
folks.
got it. Her shoulder is still intact.
Yeah, she's just a phenomenal bowler.
And speaking of 300s, we want to give a shout out to another sponsor, Tom Lane. He gave $100 to everyone who shot a 300 during qualifying or match play. So Sandy was the first 300. She shot it during the first game of match play, and Lucy shot 300. I think was it the last game of match play?
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure. So she was presented with a $100 check or $100 cash, and then Tom came up to me this morning and he goes, "All right," he goes, "I've got money in my pockets. I need to get rid of it. So if there is a 300 shot in the step ladder, he will pay them $300."
Amazing. Yeah, Tom's just a phenomenal person to come out and support you ladies.
Yes.
I think the left lane they're both tight down lane, but I think the left lane is exceptionally tighter down lane after seeing Lucy's shot. I don't know if you guys experienced that this week where right or left lanes on some pairs were tricky.
They were, for me, where I feel like I had more shape to my ball compared to, Sandy and Dana and Liz.
Yeah.
I had a little bit more shape to it. So I actually had to move a little further left because I had the left lane for me hooked more than the right lane.
Okay.
But I think I remember I did cross on 35 and 36, and we bowled. This was our section for
Yeah.
match play, and I feel like 35 and 36 was a little tighter
Okay.
than the other pairs.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yes. So I think this pair itself is a little tricky compared to the others.
Gotcha.
So when the seniors come in, and I will be interested to see what their balls do on this pair.
Great shot.
Yeah, there she got that 7 out.
I love her ball roll is really strong, just strong into the pocket. And she says that she didn't learn how to really roll it until she was 50. So she's mastered that little roll she's got going on.
Yeah, and Shandy qualified first.
Oh wow, awesome. So great event for her this week. And this event they drop pins, right?
They do.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So Shandy, she shot 33-17 for 15 games and averaged 221.
Amazing.
And Lucy qualified 4th through qualifying.
Okay.
So again, pins do drop. So if you qualified 12th, doesn't matter. All pins drop. If you're 400 pins behind the leader,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You gotta win your matches. So Lucy qualified 4th,
Good spare there.
and she averaged 212. And then Kathy, we just saw her. She qualified 3rd after qualifying. And then Sharon, our stepladder leader, which we'll see in the next match, Sharon qualified 5th. So these 4 ladies were all in the top 5.
Awesome.
So they were very consistent through qualifying and their match play. She got that one to the right. And
Wow.
it came back.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, there you go. A little bit more revs.
Yeah.
And got the ball to come back on the back end.
She liked that one too off her hand, so.
There, she got it to roll.
It was a good one. I think where Shandy just lined up and where she set it down, that was exactly what she needs to do. Stay in that, like you said earlier, play that track, stand right on top of it. If you try to give it away right now, Lucy gave it away a little bit. She can though, like you said, the rev rate, but I don't think going around is the right play for Shandy.
Yeah, Lucy got that one to the right, but she saw it hook on the back, and she's like, oh, I have some area now.
Yeah.
I can get a little bit more comfortable. Is that going to get over there? It is. All right.
So I apologize, but I was getting some info. What happened on that one? The first one, I didn't see it. I was looking away.
She got it a little right,
Oh,
and
again.
her her ball just didn't quite catch the hook down lane and just went a little light. But
Okay.
but again, we think that the left lane's a little tighter.
Yeah,
And
I
it
think
just didn't quite get up there.
I'm really thinking 35 is tight now.
Let's see what Lucy does on this shot after she saw the hook on 35.
So she's not playing them the same at all. She totally saw 35 being a little tighter, I think. Because it looked like she was further right. So I wonder if she made a move. I guess we'll have to see how she lines up here.
Yep.
Big double for Lucy, though.
Oh, she got that one left.
Yeah.
Not enough oil to hold that one. So you just saw her blow on her hand. It is cold in here this morning. During qualifying and match play, it has not been that cold. But I walked in this morning, I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah.
So the ladies are probably having a little bit of trouble getting their hand warmed up, and you can see Lucy blow on her hand for that reason.
It is frigid. But you know, when you're bowling, you like it that way a little bit.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
It's a fine balance between swelling and shrinking.
Yeah, totally.
Which one is it going to do today?
Yeah.
10 pieces of tape or take it all out? All right, with that 7 count, if Shandy strikes in the 6th frame, then Lucy will be down by 1. She got that one further right.
Almost got away with it, though.
Well, I feel like she moved right,
Yeah.
set it down further right, and I think she was expecting that to hook more than it did, and I was expecting it to come up.
Yeah.
It just didn't. I feel like she was a little tentative and just didn't really hit it. And I think that's a little bit of the nerves, just not really getting comfortable and just going after it and hitting it. You don't want to make a mistake, so you're tentative instead of just going after it.
Yeah, it also looks like, just from here, and we're pretty far back, but it looks like she has a lot of surface on her ball.
It does.
Yeah. So I think that it may be starting up really early, too.
It's burning
So,
up.
Yeah, that's
and
what
not just quite. She's thinking maybe if I go to a more surface, it'll hit harder on the back end, but it's kind of the opposite reaction.
Yeah, but
More
I wouldn't.
surface.
I'm not sure if I would go to anything super shiny right now either, too. So because I don't know what else she has in her bag, but
I don't either. But I threw shiny the entire time.
yeah, interesting. Okay.
Yep.
And you said it was kind of medium pattern.
It's a medium pattern.
Okay. Yeah. So medium patterns are always sometimes can be the trickiest because there's so many ways you can attack it or everyone. So.
See, here on 35, it looks like she's needing a little further left.
Yeah.
Let's see if she drifts to the right. Nope, she laid that down to create more shape, and it just came in a little late.
Yeah. I was hoping she brought her eyes really close with her when she made that move. It looked like she brought them in a little bit, but I think she could even make it a little tighter if she wanted to try to stay with this ball. Trap it a little more, but I really think to the right is her play. She needs to stay to the right and just roll it in there. But like we said last game, she's just hovering around that pocket, making her spares.
As you'll see with most of the step ladder bowlers, they're all playing a similar line. Sandy, Dana, Lori, Liz, they're all just firing it down that line. Jody just missed the top 4. Came down to the last game. Dana ended up going around her. Jody and myself were the two that were giving it a little bit more shape than the others.
Okay.
Jody finished 5th. I finished 6th.
Great job by Lucy. This is just neck and neck.
Shandy's max score is 235. And Lucy's max score, since she has a strike in the 7th, is 246. We'll excuse Phyllis for not writing in the score correctly.
She tried to fix it. That's 126.
That's a 2. 126.
There's a lot of pressure when you're writing in marker on this like fancy board. You're like, oh, I can't mess up.
And she did.
I know. That's tricky.
So Lucy got that one to the right just a little too far. It just didn't quite come back. And that's what we were talking about, the shape. She's shaping it just a little bit more. And if you get it to the right, it just didn't quite recover. All right.
So Lucy in the pregame, she was telling me she watched Ethan Fiore win the title last weekend on the PBA tour, and she the way he was releasing it on TV really inspired her, and that's what she was thinking about all week was release it like Ethan was on TV. So bowlers, good little tip for you if you watch something and it that visualization, right? Like it's so huge.
So whether you like one-handed or two-handed, the two-handers, if you look at the release, that's where your hand needs to be, whether you're one-handed or two-handed.
See, I just think that's her shot. That is a great shot by Shandy. Exactly where she needs to be. Now let's see what she does here on 35.
All right, so with that strike, Shandy can actually strike out for 235, and since Lucy left that pin, she's now at max 226.
See how quickly things can change, folks.
She got that one left.
Yeah, and she paid the price.
Well, she can still pick this up.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. She can pick it up.
Yeah, a little 4-7-9 action. Go for the 4-9. Hope the 7 pin just falls. She made that split earlier, so she could do it again. See where it looks like Sharon is warming up down there.
That's a little too far left. And she gave up 4 pins in count. Phyllis is over there having to do some math.
Yeah, they're not making it easy on her. She says she needs an eraser. Yeah.
Yeah, those 4 pins would have put her at 173. And depending on Lucy's pin count here, the next 2 frames, those may come back to haunt her. Because she could strike out for 203.
Yeah.
And Lucy right now is pacing 205, 204, 203. So she really needed those 2 pins.
I really like Lucy's pre-shot routine. I just saw her. She wiped down her ball, and then she closed her eyes, and it looks like she did a little visualization, and then steps up and.
There you go.
Yeah. It's just cold. She's blowing in her hands, keeping them warm.
Gonna call Sandy and tell her to bring the blanket from the hotel. Need some. Well, I've already got my fuzzy ear warmers.
Yeah. It's true.
All right. She just needs to spare this and get good counts. Because Shandy's max is 199.
Great spare.
There you go.
Yeah, really nice. All right, so she will be moving on to face the top seed, Sharon Aronson.
Sharon's a youngster in this category.
Just 65 years
65.
Okay, so we'll see if Lucy makes any changes for that title match. Now she has seen how this pair is playing. Great week for Shandy.
Great week. Shandy bowled great. She led qualifying, and they have high pots, across the board for each division, and she racked up quite a few high pots. So she had a great week.
Yeah, and she's no stranger to this step ladder final, so I bet she'll be back to. She keeps getting closer to that title, so I think we'll see her name in the record books one day too. That's the other thing I love about the team here. They keep their history, so they have some sheets. They know who's won since 1991, when the first Golden Ladies was bowled at the Showboat, as we mentioned. That was Donna Zuniga.
I was still a youth bowler.
I know. Yeah.
So that tells you how long this tournament's been going on.
Yeah, but I will tell you that they have they started with just 41 entries.
Wow.
Back in 1991, and now they're up to 105. It looks like over 100 is kind of where they're at, but it's still growing. So
yeah, there were. So last year I wasn't eligible last year, but I came out for Sandy.
Yeah.
And Sandy made the match play. She finished 9th last year.
Yeah.
But I think there were 100 entries last year. So Golden, we'll let Daryl talk for a minute.
Shandy, let's give Shandy a round of applause.
All right, so I think we're going to take a short break while they let Sharon throw a couple practice shots. So we'll be back in another 2 minutes. Hang tight. This is what you've been waiting on. Got a shout out for Coach Lucy already in the chat. So
nice. Title match coming up.
This is it. Yeah, we'll be right back.
What can you do to improve upon technology that spent decades of success?
Verity, since you're the straightest of the four, we're going to have you go first.
We're the leader in bowling ball technology. We continue to push the envelope, but what is it that can take that next step?
Asymmetric pearls, I feel like the most versatile bowling balls on the market. You feel like you can kind of throw them on anything.
So the question is, how do you push the envelope? Do you do it with core design? Do you do it with cover stock? Well, with Equinox, we did both.
That one was good.
Come on now.
There's a little thing called angular momentum. Now that bowler lets go of that bowling ball, they put rotation on that bowling ball. That angular momentum is starting to diminish a little bit. So if we can maintain that a little bit longer throughout that lane, throughout that procession, it's that little bit extra that always makes the difference. The Solarian AI core, what makes it so special? The coolest thing about it is you have 3 cylinders here, and the biggest cylinder is around the equator, around the mass, so that creates that low RG. And then we put 2 cylinders, one on the top and one on the bottom, 90 degrees to that main cylinder to give us a little bit more of that enhancement of energy as it travels through the lane and goes through the pins.
Kyle, we got the new A1S cover stock on this Equinox. What's your initial impressions of the cover stock?
I mean, she's pretty quick.
Yeah.
So we've talked the inside, we've talked the motor that drives it going down the lane. But what makes Equinox so special on the outside? An entirely new cover stock system, A1S.
Ooh, I feel like it's pretty clean, so I like the length that it's giving me. Responsive off the spot, but it's like the continuation of the responsiveness. It's not like, doesn't use all of its energy like mega fast, uses it pretty quick, but it just keeps going, so I like that.
Let's go back to reactor, to NRG, to ERG, all these covers that we've learned over the years about what makes that principle so special to adhere to the lane. And A1S delivers that adhesion. A1S is a brand new reactive cover.
All right, we are back. This is it. This is the finals. If you're just joining us, welcome. We, of course, are at the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic.
Looks like they're resetting the names on the lane. Sharon has choice of start lane, finish lane.
We're going to get this championship match going with Sharon Aronson and Lucy Sandelin.
Sharon has chosen to start the match, so she will finish.
Oh, what a shot. So Sharon is from Turlock, California. She is a California State Certified Residential Appraiser. 59 years she's been bowling. She started at age 6. She is 65 years old. She was a collegiate All-American at CSU Fresno in 1982 and 1982. She was the California State Queens Champion in 98. She is in the WIBC Orange County Hall of Fame, as well as the Southern California Bowling Writers Hall of Fame. She went into the USPC California State for Superior Performance and USPC Modesto, California. So she's in 4 Hall of Fames.
Nice.
She's bowled 11 Golden Ladies events. Her top 2 finishes are second and third.
Well, she's guaranteed second today.
Yeah. And her goal going into the event was just to see her bowling friends and make a little bit of money. So
She's got checked all those boxes.
true that.
She just needs that first place. But Lucy's going to say otherwise.
Exactly.
Both ladies started off with a strike, but Lucy's on this left lane's leaving another light 7. And I bowled crossed next to Sharon. So this particular tournament, you get paired up with someone, and the right lane moves right, the left lane moves left. So I was actually paired with a lady from Germany.
Oh, wow.
You mentioned the international. So yeah, I crossed with her and had a great conversation. She's from northern Germany, so we chatted a little bit. But Sharon crossed next to me on the left lane, so we were all moving left. Well, Sharon crossed with Dana. So I mentioned earlier, Sandy crossed with Kathy. Well, Sharon crossed with Dana.
Oh, wow.
So, it's kind of interesting how, when it comes down to it, that when you're bowling with people who are lined up and, really good bowlers, that you kind of feed off of each other. So Sharon and Dana, were helping each other along the way for sure.
Great shot. Yeah, 7 countries were represented and 22 states as Golden Ladies, which is just amazing. And if you're watching and you're eligible, which the youngest age is 50.
50.
And there's no limit on the oldest age. So
No.
just come out and compete.
We should ask Fawn, since she's our statistician,
Yeah.
to see who our oldest participant was this year.
Oh, yeah, we do need that stat.
So we'll get Fawn on that here in a minute. But speaking of internationals, again, what I was going to say earlier is that the Golden Ladies tournament, they work closely with USBC to schedule senior queens at the same time, so that the international ladies, they can come in and they can bowl the 2 tournaments.
Yeah, it's great.
So similar to what the PBA does with the World Series of Bowling, they schedule, multiple tournaments, within a week, 2 weeks, so that more international bowlers are able to come in and bowl those tournaments. It's the same concept with these 2 tournaments.
Yeah, we got some great comments in the chat for both Lucy and Sharon. It looks like someone here bowled with Sharon in qualifying, and she made her feel so welcome, and just wanted to give her a shout out. Oof. Looked like Lucy moved right. I don't know.
It looked like she moved right on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if her light 7 pin from the last frame kind of said, maybe I need to do that on the right lane, which she doesn't.
Right. Because even
she,
Sharon, her shot on 35, she thought it was going to go left, and it didn't. There's just all that hold down lane.
all right, she lost some count on that frame. Puts her down 20.
Yeah, her ball's coming in really strong. So I think she did move right after seeing those light hits.
Yeah, this like I said, I bowled on this pair a few times, and I feel like this pair is a little tricky. So she moved right off of that light 7, and her ball just picked up quicker than she's like, that wasn't supposed to hook.
Right. Yeah, so now she's going to go, okay, well, do I move left? Maybe do I make a ball change? Like, what's my next play? I think we talked about this a little earlier, but Tony would like to know, do the lanes look like they are playing similar to how they did during the week?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay that much attention to the super seniors.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm in my own head, you know, trying to, you know, handle up on my business. But for the most part, you know, where the seniors were playing was that little track. They were just, you know, throwing it up there. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's, you know, the lanes haven't quite broken down.
Yeah, they haven't.
Like we had in qualifying and even match play. So I think what we're seeing is just a little bit of over under. It's just
Yeah.
not quite doing it's not quite blended out.
Oh, Sharon.
And then Sharon's given it more shape than the others.
She is.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how far left she just lined up. But she's probably thinking, like you just said, well, where it should be all week, they should be pretty blended.
Yeah. But we saw Shandy throwing a sanded ball, and
She
that
did.
might have blown up the heads just a little bit where they're getting early hook and just not getting the hook down lane. And so now they're having to go around it. Well, Sharon can go around it because she's got more shape, whereas Lucy's still straighter through the fronts. And Lucy might be having a little bit of issue with that.
I think, too, now, did you guys
Hang on.
stay in your own divisions?
No, we
Okay.
were
So
so
mixed
like I
together,
said,
yeah.
Dana crossed with Sharon.
Yeah.
And this is the super,
Right.
and Sandy crossed with Kathy.
Yeah, so
So
maybe
we were
we're
all
in.
mixed.
Yeah. So maybe just having a little less rev rate.
Rev rate.
Yeah,
to
that
begin
could,
with.
That
Yep.
could have made this pair is tricky.
Yeah.
It just looks tricky. So Lucy, it looked like she put tape in her ball. Is this this? Wow. She's just a little crossed up, it looks like. I think that she was playing further left and her swing was nice.
Nice and loose.
Yeah, and now she's moved right.
And it's going crossways.
Yes.
Because she's trying to force it up there to get that 7 out.
Which happens. I mean, it just
It does.
And you know, you have 10 frames, but it goes so quick in these matches. And in your head, you're like, oh, like Lucy here, she struck in the first frame.
And it looked great.
Yeah.
And then she left the light 7, and then she's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And she's gotten a little crossways after that light 7.
Yeah, so it looks like she's taken an extra second just to think, you know, I would think, as she's a coach, so she's in her head.
Yes.
All this is going through her head, right? Like, oh, you know, I know what I'm doing. I know what I need to do. It's like she's staying to the right.
So that was a good shot.
Really good, yeah.
That was a good shot. If you're straighter through the heads, there is enough oil in the middle to hold, and it didn't split. She didn't go crossways with it, and that's why it didn't go through the face.
Lucy, of course, Hall of Famer, just tons of bowling experience, exceptional player. Covers her spare.
All right. So she can get a good read off of that shot, even though it was a 4-pin.
Yeah.
That was good execution. She could
kinda
now
get
see
comfortable,
she can
right?
see the line at that point.
Yeah. So let's see if Sharon, she's lining up. Doesn't look like she moved right at all.
I think she just got a little slow with that one.
I think in her head, she's like, I'm just going to not lose the pocket here.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
She's up by 23. And again, with this match, both of them started off with a double, but we've only had one strike since. So she's like, if I just don't give the pocket away, maybe we can just spare our way to a title.
Exactly.
And sometimes that works.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the pressure's on Lucy right now to make the shots.
Sometimes you just want to keep it simple. Like, as soon as you start moving around, it can go sideways quick.
Yeah, she gave that one the business. It was ring 10, but that was a great shot.
That was a really good shot, yeah.
And Lucy, you can't see Lucy on camera, but she's over here just kind of hopping up and down.
Trying to stay warm. Blowing on her hands. She is, I did see her take a couple swings, though, so she is trying to get feel that swing again, which is great.
All right, much better cover.
You can tell Sharon has a really strong mental game because she is just doing some little claps for herself after she makes the spares, giving her like all positive affirmations. Like she just did a little thumbs up as she was walking back.
I wonder so sitting next a few chairs over is Paula Vidal, and I'm just wondering how many Hall of Famers we have in the building during competition. So Lucy, that was a high flush. She almost left the 7-9, and the 4 and the 9 got kicked out. So she's
this pair is tricky. I would not want to be bowling right now. I'm just saying. Glad I'm back here.
Well, she went high, not the last time, but the time before she left the 3, 6, 7, 10.
Yeah.
And now she's gone high again on that one, and I think she just pulled it. But
she still just got to get comfy with the swing.
Yep.
She just is. I don't think she feels. She looked so comfortable in the last match. Yeah, look, she's just trying to get that release.
Yep.
Trying
to snap it at the bottom and not pull it to force it. So right now her max score is 212, and Sharon is pacing. We'll call it 205, 204, 203-ish. So Lucy definitely needs to get busy with some strikes. And she got that one to the right.
It was better off her hand, though. That was a really strong release. Just got it a little right, but she got away with it.
She did. She got it right, and she hit it.
Yeah.
So it had a chance to come back.
All right, so that was almost trouble for Sharon.
She got a little slow on that lane, too. So she was slow on that shot last time.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's because you come back and you're standing back here, and again, it's cold in here. So maybe you just get a little stiff for your first shot, and then you come back up on the left lane and you're a little bit more comfortable and you can hit it.
Oh, dear. Okay, so.
Well, her max score now is 212. If I'm mathing correctly. Yep. So we are almost tied up if Lucy can throw a couple of strikes.
I was just making sure Sharon didn't move left, which she didn't, because I think you're right. She just was slow. So she just needs to get back to what she was doing here. That was a good shot.
Much better.
Yeah, good one. And you got to think for Sharon, too. So she has a second place in the Super Senior and a third place in the regular senior division. So you got to think, I talked earlier about her strong mental game, but it starts clicking.
Yeah.
This is for the title.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That was a really great shot. And you mentioned Paula earlier. I heard Paula, she said, there it is. Now carry. And it did not.
Lucy did everything she needed to on that shot.
Yeah, that was a really great shot. It just knocked the breath out of Lucy, I think, a little bit. Just seeing that 7-pin wiggle a little.
Well, she needs to cover the 7. Her max score is still 192, and it's going to force Sharon to. We could still end up in a tie.
Yeah.
So she just needs to regroup, make her 7, and execute the shot.
Which she did. All right.
On
First
the left
step.
lane.
Yep.
Ooh, that was a little.
No.
Get over there.
Yeah. I think she was holding her breath. So for Lucy, she just needs to do exactly what she just did again.
Yes. There's nothing to change on that.
Takes a little breath.
I've seen a couple of 7-9s this week. Liz left one against me. I almost left one, but I got the 9 kicked out, so I had that same exact shot. So the 7-9 has popped up a few times, and she gave that one more shape. So she's shaping it on the left, but going direct on the right, and just the ring 10.
Man, I don't know what these corner pins have against Lucy, but they're out to get her.
And the carry has been really, really good all week. I mean, you can see by the qualifying scores. I mean, we're the super seniors and the super dupers. They were all averaging, 210, 220s. So the carry was out there, but this pair has not been friendly. Yeah, and that one just.
She got it.
All right.
I think you keep mentioning her hand. So when your hands get really, really cold sometimes, the ball will just slip. Like we've seen Lucy add tape into her ball throughout. I think it's just so cold.
Yes.
But it's better cold than hot, I suppose. It is. That's what I'm telling myself right now.
Need to go refresh my coffee. Well,
I think she just was
finish.
looking. Yeah.
Yep. You just want a strike to finish.
I just was about to say, Paula and I are on the same wavelength over here. She goes, should have gone light, because I was thinking, I'm like, man, that wasn't even the best of the shots that Lucy's just thrown. So,
well, Sharon Sharon still has to find a mark. 9 out is 180.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go.
So Sharon puts a first place with her second and third from the Golden Ladies. Great week. Congratulations to all of the players that made the stepladder finals. Such an achievement to make it this far in this tournament. There's a lot of games, a lot of pressure situations for all these ladies throughout match play, as you know. So I just congratulations to all of them. Congratulations to Lucy. She did take a couple years off from the Golden Ladies and has returned now that they added that third division, which I think a lot of these players love that.
I understand it. I think it's great that we've got the ladies that still want to compete. They can still come out here and feel like they can compete against their peers and not have to bowl against somebody, 15, 20 years younger. You know, that's, I turned 50. Yeah, I turned 50 and I was like doing the countdown so that I didn't have to bowl against the college kids.
Right. Yeah, which a lot of, if you're listening and you're like, oh, I really want to go and bowl. Come and bowl because everyone's supportive here. Such a great tournament. Congratulations, Sharon is she's realizing that she's taking home the win. Little hug off screen. So we just want to give another shout out. So we are going to start another feed for the next division stepladder finals. So if you're joining us now, we're going to take a break. We're going to end this feed. We're going to start a second one for the super senior division. That's ages 59 to 64. We've got 4 more great ladies coming. Yes. Jeannie, you're hanging out with us.
I'm hanging out.
So
I've got nothing to do.
So thanks again. As we see, we're going to do a little awards presentation here. We see that's Fawn, of course. Fawn celebrating a birthday today.
Yes,
so happy birthday to Fawn. Just a huge part of it. We got Daryl.
See, Daryl should have brought in a cake so we could all have cake.
Oh, man. Should have. So shout out to the team here at the Orleans. Congratulations again to Sharon Aronson. And we will see you at the for the super senior division.
Seniors. Yep.
So thanks Jeannie for hanging out, and we'll be right back.
You've been watching the 34th Annual International Golden Ladies Classic, brought to you by Storm Bowling, live from the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Congratulations to all the bowlers. This has been a special presentation of Storm Bowling. Once again, thanks for watching.